Have you found out that you've been refused a U.S. visa at a U.S. consulate abroad and you don't know what that means and there's no one to ask the question? Well, I am going to answer that question for you in this video. I'm going to walk you through what does that actually mean and what should you do if you see that your visa was refused. Hi, and thank you for joining me to talk immigration. My name is Andrea Chev, and I'm the managing attorney at Chev Law Group in Los Angeles, California. I've been doing immigration law for over 20 years now, and I put together this channel and all these videos so you would have clear, concise, and easy to understand information on all types of immigration issues. So if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're notified every single time a video comes out. And don't forget to follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm all over the place. So don't forget to subscribe and follow me so you know exactly what is going on in the world of immigration. Now let's talk about the topic of this video, which is what to do and what does it mean if I was refused a visa at a U.S. consulate abroad. All right, so you went to your visa interview and all of a sudden you finish your interview, and either at the interview or after you've left the interview, you find out that your application was refused. And you don't know really what that means. Now, you might have a better idea of what that means if you were actually at your interview for your visa and the officer gave you a piece of paper that says that your application is being refused and this is why and this is what we need. That is the better scenario because that means that you know exactly what the consulate wants from you and you know exactly what to do if you were refused. But a lot of people will leave their consulate interview either thinking that everything is fine. Sometimes they'll even take your passport from you and you'll leave and then you'll be sitting at home waiting, not knowing what's going on. And there is a way to check your status online. If you check below this video, I put the link to how to check your visa status online. And also there is a blog link below that talks about the same subject and goes through with you the same ideas and how to actually check your status and what are the options that you have. So don't forget to hit the blog below after you watch this video if you want further information and want to know how to check your status. But if you check your status online, sometimes you're going to see refused. And you're going to be like, what does that mean? I mean, it's like refused, but there's no context, there's no description, there's no correspondence, there's nothing. So what does that mean? So I'm going to tell you this, and it's very important for you to hear me because in this time right now, especially that I'm doing this video, there is a lot of people that are out there that are sitting with refused or administrative processing in their status for their visa interview or their visa approval. So what does that mean? Refusal does not mean, first of all, denied. Refusal, again, I'm going to say that again so you hear me. Refusal does not mean denied. So if you've been refused a visa, it does not mean that you've been denied. 9 times out of 10, what refusal of a visa means is that they can't process your application because they're missing something that they need from you, or they need more time to look into something that is not clear to them or that they're not sure of or that they need to verify. It does not mean that it is denied. Denied is denied. And you will see online that when you look up your status, it will say denied. It won't say refused. Now, sometimes instead of refused, it might say administrative processing and it might say refused. Now, refused and administrative processing are not the same thing, but sometimes in this day and age, consulates will use refused to account for administrative processing. So sometimes if you're being refused, you'll even get an email from the consulate saying that we have refused your application because we are in the process of doing further administrative processing. Okay. What does that mean? We don't really know what that means, but a lot of the consulates will send that type of email to you. Now, if you were refused and the consulate needs something from you in order to finish the application and approve it, or, God forbid, deny it, they will usually send you either written correspondence, if they didn't give it anything to you at the interview, or they will send you an email. Okay, you'll get one of those two things, and that should explain exactly what the consulate needs from you in order to finish the processing of your application. Now, sometimes, more times than you would think, the consulate doesn't need anything from you, and they have just refused your application because, like I said before, they're doing something on their end that has nothing to do with you doing something. They're doing something on their end to actually look at your case closer, evaluate something more. They need to review your biometrics. They need to do something on their end that has nothing to do with anything that you can do to help. But they don't usually explain that to you. They'll just leave your case refused and leave you hanging with no type of correspondence. If that is the case, then you need to email the consulate, and you need to I would take a screenshot of the refused online that you see and send that to the consulate inquiring about your application. And when you send an email to the consulate, it is very important that in the subject line of your email, you write there your AA number. Your AA number is the number on your DS-160 confirmation page. The DS-160 confirmation page you should all have if you've been to an interview, because that is the confirmation page you get and you should take with you to your interview after you fill out your DS-160 confirmation, your DS-160 application. Okay, so make sure in that email correspondence to the consulate, you put in the body, I would put a screenshot of the refuse and say, "Dear sir or madam," you always want to be respectful, and ask them, "I've been refused online. Can you further explain why I was refused and if there's anything further you need from me at this time?" And put a picture of the refusal that's online. And in the subject line, you want to put your last name, first name, and the AA number that is from your DS-160 confirmation page, so they can easily find your case. If you just put your name, or you just send a random email saying, "I was refused and I don't know why, and can you explain to me, blah, 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 blah," they're not going to know who you are. I mean, they have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of cases. They're not going to know who this person is that is inquiring. So you want to make sure that you put that information in your email, and you make it very clear exactly who you are and what you're inquiring about. Now, again, I'm going to say this again because a lot of people call me about this question and a lot of people get nervous, and I don't want you to lose sleep over this. Refusal does not mean denial. Okay? We hope that your case does not get denied in the end, but refusal does not mean denial. Refusal means, again, that they need something from you or they need further documentation. Okay, make sure you check out the blog, and the link is below, for further details about the same topic, because it's really important that you understand why and what it means to get a refused when you're applying for a U.S. visa to come to the United States. It's a frustrating time with the consulates right now. It's getting back on track after COVID here, but I know it's frustrating, and I know there's delays, and I know cases have been in administrative processing for a long time in some consulates. So we got to have patience, but on the same hand, we have to know if there's something that we can do in order to help the consulate move faster on our cases. So if you were not given the information at the interview and you were not sent correspondence through the mail or through email, then you should take the initiative to send them an email and ask them politely, "What can I do to help further my application along? Is there any information that you need from me?" Okay? I hope that settles some of your nerves out there, to know that a refusal is not a denial and that you're still okay, and it's just taking more and more patience on your part through this process. Please, if you have any questions, reach out to us. We're happy to help with these type of situations. Also, if you need help filing any applications with the consulate to get your visas and you don't want to worry about this part because you want an attorney to deal with it, please call us. We're happy to do that too. Have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for joining me in this video, and look forward to seeing you on the next one.